Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here again with Day 2 in Ben 10 Ultimate Alien Week with the reviews of Alien Collection Lodestar and Rath, the two additional aliens introduced at the very end of Alien Force. I actually had believed these would be in the last waves of the Alien Force collection, but I guess they got pushed into Ultimate Alien, which I'm totally fine with because I'd be buying them either way. So as always, let's go over the packaging first and then get them open. Not a whole lot to say in terms of packaging, just like the other ones. Picture of Ben with the Ultimatrix, logo, here's the alien, his disc, explains what the disc is. It says Lodestar right here, nice picture of him. The back, it shows the rest of the line. Like I said, nice packaging if you watched the last review. Same deal here, same packaging, just Rath here instead. His disc, explaining what the disc is, it says Rath, cool picture of him, and then Zebak. So I'm going to go ahead and open these off camera. So here we go. Okay, so I am back with Open Lodestar and Rath. So let's go ahead and go over Lodestar first, since he appeared first. Detail-wise first, he looks really good. The black and yellow paint scheme looks really, really beautiful and cool on him. I always liked his design, and it really does come out really well in this figure, detail-wise. You can see here. The Omnitrix, or the Ultimatrix, whatever, it can be either, I guess, looks really great. All the details on him are very, very cool. His face is done decently well. It's got, gray and then the green eyes. If you look at the picture of him, which actually I have over here, let me get it for you. His bolts on his face are a little more prominent on the show, and just due to these figures usually being extremely cartoon accurate, I would have liked to seen the bolts on his face done a little more prominently so you could tell, so he doesn't look quite as blank, but they still have him molded in there, which is nice. Now, in initial concept images, I saw his neck as being this kind of silver piece, which I was a little upset at, because, they should do clear like they did for Goop's gravitational plate. So they did do a clear neck, so it looks like his head's floating, so that's nice. Articulation-wise, his arms can go 360 here, bending at the elbow. His legs can go back slightly forward, and then a knee bend, and then his head can go 360. So standard Ben 10 Alien Force Ultimate Alien articulation. So now we have his disc here. Here it is. You pop it open, and his little arms come out. There you go. Like I said, I'll be going over that once I get the new Ultimatrix. Now let's move on to Rath, who is one of my personal top 5 favorite aliens. I love this guy. He looks like Tony the Tiger. They're great! But yeah, that was nerdy. Anyway, Rath looks good. He's a little bit more of a brighter orange than he is on the show. He's a slightly darker orange, which I would have liked if they would have went with that instead, just because he does look overly obnoxiously orange and a lot like Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes. So if they would have just darkened the orange, it would have been fine. But other than that, he's a really great cartoon representation. Like a lot of the Alien Force figures, he looks like he jumped right out of the cartoon. Orange paint, tiger stripes. There's not a whole lot to say, not a whole lot of colors going on here. As you can see, there's the chest here. His face is done very well. As you can see, very good sculpt. He looks a lot like what Rath would look like. Omnitrix, Ultimatrix here. He's got his claws here, which is very cool. Articulation, arms 360, bending at the elbow, back, forth a little bit, slight knee bending here, and his head can kind of go 360 on this weird joint. But standard figure arts, standard Alien Collection articulation. He is one of the bigger ones, which they talked about. They might have some excuse me, I can't talk. They might have some slightly bigger figures, so he's one of the bigger ones. So I really like this guy a lot because he's Rath, but I just wish they would have darkened his color a little bit. And now we will go on to, here's his disc here, and pops out his hands, it looks like. There you go. So, for a final verdict for these two, is they're both great. I don't like them quite as much as some Alien Force figures, but in particular Lodestar. I like Lodestar and everything. His figure was just a slight disappointment to me for unknown reasons, but he's still a very solid Alien Collection release. Rath, he's a great figure, one of my favorite characters. Looks like he pops right out of the cartoon. Wish they would have made him a little darker, that's my only complaint. But other than that, if you're fans of these guys, I can definitely recommend them. In particular, Rath. If you have to buy one or the other, pick up Rath. So they're both solid buys. So thank you for tuning in to Day 2 of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien Week. Coming up on Day 3, reviews of Water Hazard and Nanomech. So until next time, check out written reviews for these two guys at dawsonrider.wordpress.com, and check out the podcast at shukunshinobi.podbean.com, and subscribe through the RSS feed or iTunes. So until next time, Dawson Rider signing out.